pictures you see there are the Foundation Stone Children's Center in Bondo, Seaya County. And once in a while, we like to feature guests, visitors to this country, hopefully to make us feel good about ourselves. Good evening, I'm Jeff Koinange, and this is Jeff Koinange live at the Villa Rosa Kempinski on this Inspirational Thursday. Once in a while, we do need inspiration. Once in a while, it's good to look outside of this country to get some inspiration. So, this is how the story goes. Some 4 years ago, young teenagers from Jacksonville, Florida, led by a young lady by the name of Chelsea Kane, decided to come to Kenya. Why? Because they had been sponsoring a young orphan at that orphanage you saw there, the Foundation Stone Children's Center, and they wanted to see for themselves what the place was like. So she gathered 19 of her colleagues, 20 in total, flew to Kenya, went to Bondo, bonded in Bondo with the kids. 4 years later, they're still coming back, despite the fact that now they are college kids at the tender age of 21. Listen up, folks. Not only do they keep going back to that orphanage, now they want to build a center. Why? Because they use theater to express themselves. Theater to give kids a feeling of being human, for lack of a better word. That's what they do. They call themselves Theater on a Mission. They raise funds on their own in America, come to Kenya to help these little kids. So the question is, while students and pupils are burning schools across the country, why is it that these people would come all the way to help build schools? Think about that as we talk to my young guests. Chelsea Kane.
Hi, Jeff.
Danielle Glenn.
Hi.
Jackie Jones.
Hi.
And Craig Kane.
Howdy.
Did I get the names right?
Yes.
Somebody say, oh my.
Oh my.
Twitter handles are at theater_mission.
Yes.
Did I get that? At Koinange Jeff. We're using the hashtag giving back, because that's what these young folks are doing, literally giving back. Chelsea, so take me back. You're 16 years old, and you decide, well, you've been sponsoring this little kid in Africa somewhere, 8,000 miles away, and you decide you want to go and see where this kid lives, or what this kid, you know, where this kid comes from.
Right.
What do you do? What did you do?
Well, I actually sponsored Aisha at the orphanage that we work with, and we were writing letters back and forth, and I just had this really strong, overwhelming desire in my heart to go visit her. And as a theater student, that's something I knew I could share with her and all of her friends at the orphanage, because theater has brought a lot of joy and has done a lot in my life, and I knew I could share that with her and all of her friends at Foundation Stone.
Yeah. What was it like convincing? Okay, Danielle, so Chelsea comes to you and says, look, we're going to Africa. Oh, is that what she said? I mean,
oh yeah, that's exactly what she said. And as her friend, I said, okay, well, what are we going to do? But we were able to collaborate with one another and develop this theater camp that we could bring to, you know, not only one child, but multiple children. And it blossomed from there.
Yeah. None of you had ever been to Africa before?
No.
So Jackie Jones, so you arrive in Nairobi, Kenya.
Yes, sir.
What was that like? And then heading to Bondo?
Well, I came on the second trip in 2014,
Okay.
and that was because of Shelley King told me in the hallway that I was coming with her to Africa, and I was like, okay. And just getting here was so surreal. I never thought it would happen. It was never in my mind that I would end up going to Africa and coming back and wanting to move here one
Yeah.
day.
Do you fall in love with it?
Definitely.
Really? Yeah. Craig, you too?
Yes, sir. of
First
course.
feeling, you arrive in Bondo. It's not Jacksonville, Florida.
Well, at first I didn't believe it. I was like, no, you know, we're not here, whatever. And then one day, like in the middle of the night, I just wake up and go, we're in Africa. Like we're here, and we're doing this. So.
Yeah. So Chelsea, your first time in Africa, 8,000 miles away.
Yes.
what was going through your mind? Were you nervous? Were you scared? I mean, you must have heard all kinds of stories.
Yes, it was definitely a mix of emotions. A little bit of nerves, definitely scared going to a new place I've never been before, but definitely most excited. That was I was so excited. I couldn't even contain myself because I was just so excited.
Were any of you
to meet
scared?
this girl.
You know, you heard stories, you know, Al-Shabaab, you heard, you know, you must have heard a bunch of stories. Daniel?
I was scared. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's definitely, it was a really big shock, honestly. Like, driving around and seeing, you know, the countryside and, like, how some people live.
Yeah.
I definitely think it was a shock for me.
Yeah. A lot of poverty, too, let's face it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We were, you know, and that's not something we're used to being surrounded by, you know, every day. We see it, but it's definitely intensified when we come here. And
Yeah.
that was a shock for us, but it was also very humbling for us and inspiring.
Yeah. So, Jackie, you encounter the kids at the orphanage, at the center.
Instant tears every single time. They're just so full of life, and every time we pull into the orphanage doors, they run up to the bus and they're so ready to greet us and see us again, and it's just amazing.
Yeah. Chelsea, this Aisha you talked about,
Yes.
she's still alive? She's still there?
Yes.
At the center?
She's actually at secondary school right now, but she's still involved with the orphanage.
Yeah. And look, what do people in America think of you all coming here, young Americans?
We have so much support back home.
Do you?
We do.
They think you're doing a good thing.
Yes,
You think you're doing a good thing.
absolutely.
What's the best thing?
The best thing. The kids.
Yeah.
The kids.
Yeah.
The children.
And you all keep coming back, Danielle. I mean, you're in college now.
Oh, yeah.
You graduate next year,
Next year.
and you want to move here full time.
Absolutely.
Are
Absolutely.
you kidding me?
No. We're going to be here. This is our second home, and we figured that out after the first trip. And we knew that, you know, after that, this was going to be a permanent thing. And we're all committed to Theater on a Mission, and we can't wait to see how it's going to grow and how it's going to change lives. So
Okay.
We're in this for the long run.
Tell me how Theater on a Mission works. What exactly do you do?
Well, we take a theater camp to the orphanage, and we also do a one-act play. And so we do a week-long theater camp with the students in the morning, and then in the afternoons we do rehearsals for the play. And so we work with them for a week and a half, and just explore the arts. It helps them with their confidence, their self-esteem. It breaks the cultural barrier, and it gives them such a creative outlet. And so that's really what we push for, is for them just to create.
Yeah. Craig, they don't even speak English over there. How do you all communicate?
See, that's what the joy of theater does. It breaks down that barrier that languages, you know, build. And so when we play these games and where we spend time with them and we be their role models, it just opens up like a whole, it's hard to explain, but it opens up a whole new side of someone that you can't really see unless you do what we do.
Yeah. So, all these kids are orphans,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Abandoned orphans.
No mother, no
AIDS.
father.
Right, no mother, no father. Have you seen them change, Jackie? Have you seen them develop over the years?
Definitely. Each time, I feel like every time we do the camp, every time we even just hang out with the kids and sit in the field and talk to them, there's more light in their eyes. There's more hope. That's what we're trying to bring to them, is a lot more hope, to show them that there's so much more out there than what they're being told in
Yeah.
their schools.
I mentioned at the top of the show, there's usually a group of 20 who comes over.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right? And then you have a group who are still in Bondo right now.
Yes. Shout out to you
Yeah.
guys.
Stay
Love
tuned.
you.
Love you guys.
Are they watching you right now?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
They're in a little,
Our rest-
room,
Yeah.
huddling around a TV.
Oh, yeah.
Probably
so
laughing
excited.
right now.
Yeah.
It's
Probably
Is
taking
that right?
pictures of the
They're
TV.
probably, yeah.
Probably screenshotting all of our faces.
Oh, yeah.
And how do you raise funds to do all this? I mean, that's the obvious question.
Right.
Yes, we do what we do best. We perform, we sing, we dance.
Back in the States.
Back in the States. We do benefit shows. We do anything from singing at big events in Jacksonville to people who are tailgating to doing a big benefit show at a very nice theater in Jacksonville. So we have a full range.
And people pay for this.
Yes.
Let me hear what you got to sing. I mean, I'm sure you have a song somewhere.
We do.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We got it.
Go.
All right. 5, 6, 7, 8.
We need a ticket for Africa. We're raising raising money for the way. And we sure would like your sweet company to support our cause. What do you say? When we're gone, you won't miss us when we're gone. We're gonna take theater there, we're gonna show Kenya we care. Oh, you won't miss us when we're gone.
Oh, you're going to show Kenya that you care.
Yes.
That's nice.
Oh, that's sweet. And people pay money for this.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And how much? Okay, the first year you raised like $60,000 or something, right?
Yes.
But most of it is tickets, you know, because it costs quite a bit to come over.
Yes.
And then the rest is towards projects in Bondo at the place?
And that, yeah, absolutely. And that's what is great about Theater on a Mission is we get to experience all of the culture of Kenya. We get to tour the country and we get to help in other villages, like the Kijiji Dialysis Clinic. We're able to donate money to get free dialysis for some patients, and now they are moving into a new building. We were able to supply the orphanage with a running water system from some of the money that we raised. So we've helped a lot, and we're really, really humbled by that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you want to do even more. We're gonna talk about the school you want to start in a
Yeah.
little while. But tell me about some of the kids you've met there.
Oh my gosh. Don't get me started. I'll start crying. They are the most amazing kids I've ever met. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm so humbled by them. I did not expect this to happen.
These kids that we meet, we go over there and we think, we're going to teach and we're going to, they're going to learn so much from us. And it's really the opposite way. We learn so much from them. And that's so inspiring. And that's something that we didn't necessarily expect in the first trip. We had our goals and our plans, and we go over there and we're like, wow,
Yeah.
these kids
Yeah.
are one in a million. And they're forever a special place in our heart. There's nothing that will change that.
Jackie, you want to add something?
It's such a beautiful give and take reciprocal
Yeah.
relationship that we have with them. There's no teacher, no student. We're just all learning together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Craig, is it a humbling feeling being out there?
Oh, the most, because like they said, the kids almost give you more than what you give them.
Oh,
we try to be role models for them and set good examples of like how to play nicely and share and do all this stuff. But at the end of the day, these kids they just warm your heart.
Yeah.
And that's the reason we keep coming back, and we'll come back over and over and over again. Because
They're
these
our
kids.
family. They're our family.
They're our family.
That's what I
Truly.
don't understand. Help, forgive me here, but if I was you guys, I would have come that first year, put it on my CV, and moved on. And me being the cynic that I am.
We actually have a very unique story of why we did keep coming back is because we saw such an impact, and the kids were so open to what we were doing. And one of the children, they wrote us a letter, and the letter said something like, I come back to the stage every day and practice being the lion in the show that you taught us. And so from then on, we were like, we have to keep doing this. We have to go back. So one trip turned into two, and then two turns into three, and then
Now we're just counting.
yeah, and then we're
going
gonna
from
eventually
zero.
move here. So
Yeah. And that kid is the one in the picture there, isn't it? You want to show up that picture?
sure.
Stano, yeah? Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. Who's this kid?
This is Steven. Steven was probably one of the most special boys we had the honor of meeting, and he was 12 years old, and he really embodied the spirit of what Theater on a Mission loves to teach and show the kids. He embraced every part of Theater on a Mission. He wanted to be in every single group, participate in every activity, in every game, but
What happened?
unfortunately, when we came back from a previous trip, we found out that Steven had passed away. He was hit and killed by a car walking to school.
How old was he?
He was 12 years old. 12 years old. And
Hit and run.
Yeah.
Hit and run. When you heard the news, Chelsea, how did that make you feel?
Devastated, because that's my family. So
Shame.
it was really hard for us, but we then quickly he then became our inspiration and our motivation for Theater on a Mission.
Yeah. And he was walking from the orphanage to the
school.
local school.
Right.
He got hit by
The
flashing
kids,
vehicle.
the kids walk 3 miles to school and 3 miles back to school every day.
Wow. Does this motivate you even more? Does this make you guys want to do what you want to do even more?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We have the pleasure of being able to tell his story. And, you know, he might not be able to get to do that. But we have that honor, and that's really special to us. And that's why we keep going, and that's why we put so much into Theater on a Mission, because we know that there are so many other children just like Stephen that, you know, may not have the opportunity to do what they want to do, and, you know, things are cut short, but we're going to keep fighting for them in every way, shape, and form.
And when it's hard and we want to give up,
Yeah.
we think of Stephen, and
Yeah.
we say, you know, we're doing it for Stephen, we're doing it for Tony, we're doing it for John, we're doing it for Raymond, we're doing it for all of them.
Doing it for
Yeah.
everyone.
That's a good point, Craig, because a lot of people would have just given up. I mean, it's tough out there, and nobody would blame you for going back home, by the way. Nobody would blame you, but you're right. You know, there are tough days, aren't there?
Yes.
Yes.
And that's Stephen is our strength, you know.
Yeah.
Him, the kids, they're our foundation.
Yeah. There's 43 orphans right now,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And counting. I mean, they keep bringing more and more.
Yeah, they just
Yes.
got 2 new little ones.
And you all live in the center, in the orphanage,
Yes.
Yes.
right?
They have a guest house for us.
Right.
Yeah, we were able
Yeah,
to stay
yeah,
in.
but you have the same conditions.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
yes.
And we don't necessarily mind that. You know, if the orphanage doesn't have water, we don't have water, and we're taking showers outside in cold water, and that's okay. You know, if they
Yeah.
can do it, we can do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're okay with that.
Yeah. Is it a pit latrine or is it running water? I'm just asking you. Is it a long drop?
It's yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
And you're getting attacked by bugs the whole time. And
Yeah, we're in there swatting
Run
with a
out.
broom all the flies and spiders and other creatures that may come up. But you know, we're not dead, so we're still
We
here.
make it out alive.
Do it.
They do it, so we do.
Yeah.
We can do it.
You guys don't mind.
No.
It's the experience.
it's worth
Yeah.
it.
It's all a part of the Kenyan experience.
We love it.
And you spend an average of a month every time you come, right?
Yes.
4 weeks plus. Wow. That's incredible. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. We're going to take a break, come back. You've heard about schools being planned across the country, right?
Yes.
Yes.
You must be asking, what's going on? We're asking what's going on.
Yeah.
And here you are trying to build a school. You have plans to build a school.
Yes, sir.
Let's hear the school.
Yeah.
I want to see those plans.
Okay.
Not right now. After the break.
After the break.
We're going to take a break. Inspiration Thursday, folks. Young folks from America coming to give back. All the way in Bondo, Siaya County. They're watching you. This is what we mean when we say this is what the future of this country is all about. Everybody doing their bit to give back. On this Inspirational Thursday, amazing stories. 4 young American college kids coming back to Kenya every other summer, spending a month all the way in Bondo, Siaya County, in an orphanage to help kids get some self-esteem, get that feeling. And by the way, they're all orphans. No parents, no guardians. But these young college kids are here, helping, giving them a voice. They've been doing this for the past 6 years. How about that, folks? Inspiration Thursday. And especially when you consider 70 schools have been burnt in Kenya to the ground the last 1 month. These Americans want to build a school. Think about that for a moment as the tweets keep coming in thick and fast. Oscar Kip Career says, does Chelsea and the entire team know that they're inspiring some of us? They really are. Go team, go.
Wow.
Dylan Nyariki says, the Americans came and bonded in Bondo. They are doing massive, great job. Japheth Muyaka says, I almost cried when I heard these inspirational songs and stories. Keep doing what you do. And then Jerry says, how would they not get support with such lovely voices back in Jacksonville? Let's hear that song again. Let's hear that song.
Again?
Go on.
Okay.
5, 6, 7.
We need a ticket for Africa. We're raising money for the way, and we sure would like your sweet company to support our cause. What do you say? When we're gone, you won't miss us when we're gone. We're gonna take theater there, we're gonna show Kenya we care. Oh, you won't miss us when we're gone.
Oh yeah, there's a person called Buttercup. They say, wow, just wow. Well done. Twitter handles are @theater_mission, @KoinangaJeff. The hashtag we're using tonight, giving back. That's right. So, you want to build a school?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
You want to build a school, what, a theater school, arts and
Performing arts.
performing arts school?
Yes.
Yes.
Right there in Bondo.
Yep.
That's right.
Right.
And you have the plans.
We do.
What do they look like? I'll hold your mic for you.
Thank you.
Stato?
This is our
Go on,
dream.
Yep.
This is what, with a lot of hard work and a lot of years, this is what we want it to look like. We know in reality some things might not look that way, but that's our
That's
that's
the
our
goal.
goal.
Yeah.
Dream school.
Dream big.
And this right here, this is a quadrangle and four
Yes.
sides, whatever, and then there's a little circle, little ring thing there. What is that?
That is the Ring of Heroes, and that is actually a part of our fundraising method for getting this funding for the school. So what happens in the Ring of Heroes are there are stone pillars, and everybody who donates $1,000 or more gets their name engraved in one of those stone pillars. So that way, when the kids, it's the main entrance of the school. So that way, when the kids walk into school, they're surrounded by the names and of everybody who made that possible and made this school happen for them.
And how many? What's the capacity for the school right now? You can put that
The
down.
capacity for the school is about 300 to 500 students.
Okay, and it's all performing arts.
It's going to be basic curriculum as well, you know, basic school curriculum like they have now with the influence of the arts. And we're focusing on dance, visual arts, and singing,
And
and theater.
and you're sourcing this money in the U.S. You're getting it from friends, strangers, bars, whatever, wherever you sing, churches.
Small
of the above.
businesses,
All- yeah, all
small
of the above.
businesses,
Yeah.
family, friends, anyone that's willing to give us money.
You're doing it on your own over there.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't want our help.
We
Oh.
would love your help. We would love your help.
Speak to the politicians in Bondo. I mean, they're there.
We would love to meet with you. If you want to meet with us, we're more than willing
I'm
to
sure
meet
the
with you.
governor, Ratzinger, he would love to
Oh,
meet you
yeah.
guys. And Senator Orengo. He's a cool guy.
We're
need-
very
you
hopeful
need to
that the
meet
Kenyan community is going to show their support. I mean, because every time we come over here, they're always so inviting and welcoming to us. And, you know, we're excited to see what support they're going to show us. So we're very hopeful.
How soon would you like this project to get underway, Jackie? What's the timeline?
We want it to be
Yesterday?
up and running as soon as possible, but it'll probably be within the next 2 years that we'll definitely start building.
You think you can raise that kind of money, Craig, in the next couple of years?
We're definitely going to try our hardest.
While you're all in college?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
How does that work?
It's a lot of late nights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of staying up till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. After we do our homework, we
Yeah.
work on Theater on a Mission.
Danielle, I mean, look, a lot of people must be asking at this point, why do you do this? I mean, why bother?
Because we're changing lives, and we've seen that. We've seen that in the children that we're working with. We've seen that in their personalities. I mean, we've had one girl, Catherine, who we worked with in the very beginning, and who was very shy, very mild and meek, and didn't really know who she was in the beginning. And we were able to discover last trip that she had all these beautiful poems that no one had ever heard, and all she wanted was for somebody to listen. And we were that ear for her. And that right there, that's why we do what we do. Because if we can't always change their circumstances and we can't always change their situation, but we can give them moments of hope and we can give them that happiness or that one need that they want. And that's really important to us.
Yeah.
And now she's thriving at school. She's making great grades. She's amazing. Amazing girl. Has grown so much.
You guys are the core team, right? This
Yeah.
is the core
Yes.
team, basically.
Yes.
And the other 16 or so folks, do they rotate? Do you get fresh folks each time? How does that work?
Well, we definitely have a core group of people who definitely are involved in Theater on a Mission. And then we get new people coming every single trip. There has been new people coming and who are being inspired, just like us.
Are there those who come, Jackie? Are there those who come one time and they say, you know what? I ain't going back there, man. that long drop and those bugs.
Yeah, there are definitely people that come and realize it's not necessarily the place for them. It's not the place they're most comfortable, but I think they definitely gain from the experience.
Yeah.
And they'll show support for theater
Oh,
on a mission.
definitely.
Back home.
Back home.
Oh, definitely.
Back in the States. They'll always support us.
Speaking of back in the States, Greg, what do people think of what you all are doing back in the States? What do they think?
A lot of people love it. You know, they think it's awesome. They love what we're doing. They think it's inspirational. And some people, I mean, they don't like it because it's not like medicine or water or whatever, but we do that also, and that's what we're trying to get across, that we do both sides. You know, we help with their self-esteem, but we also help with their needs.
Yeah. Are there those who think you're a little crazy?
Most definitely.
Most definitely.
We take that one as a compliment. So it's
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
And that's the thing, you know, with criticism is it only makes you stronger, and it only makes you stronger as a unit and as a
Oh, yeah.
group. And we focus on the positive feedback, and no matter what you do, there's always going to be somebody who's not satisfied with what you're doing, and that's okay. But you know, we're going to keep going on the positive path
Yeah.
and keep doing what we're doing.
Yeah. Isn't this project a little too ambitious, Chelsea? Do you think it's a little ambitious?
Absolutely not. It's not. It's totally feasible. This is absolutely something that can be done, and I believe that 110%.
So I was saying earlier on, you all, the two of you, graduate next May,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And one of the first things after you get your cap and gown and all that is jump on a plane and come back
That's right.
and settle there for a while.
Yeah.
Yep. Because we're going to be here in Kenya making sure that this school gets built and it's done right, and it's going to be amazing
Right.
for these kids. I can't wait.
Seriously?
We're excited. Absolutely. We'll be here. This is our second home.
Our hearts are here.
Right.
Our home may be back in Jacksonville and our families are there, but our hearts are here in Bondo,
Yeah.
in Kenya and in Bondo.
These children need us, and we need these children. So
Any regrets, Jackie, about coming the first time you came? I mean, you came in the second round, right?
Yes, second
Any
round.
regrets?
Not one. I regret not coming on the first trip. That's my biggest regret. Definitely. But no, everything I've gotten out of this experience has been amazing and so much more than I could have ever asked for.
You want to come back after you're done with college?
I plan to. I'm hopefully coming back in January with a professor of mine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We should definitely mention that. A really cool thing about this school is that we're going to have study abroad students. We've partnered with a bunch of colleges back home in the United States, and we're going to bring over study abroad students, educators, performers, dancers, singers, to come into the schools and teach master classes and workshops, so that there's this. It's sustainable and it's not going to lose the arts. So.
Craig, and when you finish your law degree, when you're done with that, are you gonna want to practice in Jacksonville, Florida, or are you gonna want to come back?
I'm always gonna come back to Kenya.
Yeah.
I just it's a piece of me, for sure, and I might not be able to go back as much as I want to, but I'm gonna come back as much as I can.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Someone needs to stay home.
we have to have our support back
On
in back
stateside.
home.
There you go.
so
There you go.
that's-
When you guys first came to Bondo, did you know that Bondo is literally 20-minute drive from where Obama's father was born? Did you know that?
We actually did not know that, but we figured that out very
A
quickly.
place called
fast.
Cogello.
Yes.
It's about a 20-minute drive from where you all are.
Yes.
So when people saw you all,
They would say, please say hi to Obama when you get back home. As if, we stayed right next door to him, which, we had to explain it doesn't quite work that way, but we'll try our best.
Can't just go knock on the White House
yeah,
doors.
we can't just go knock on the White House door,
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
One
do
day.
they keep telling
One
you
day.
that? Do
Oh,
they-
yeah, we still get it. We got it as soon as we came.
Oh, yeah.
Please say hi to Obama for me. Okay, we'll try. If I ever see him.
We'll try our best. That's
Next
the
time.
first thing we're going to
Next
say.
time I see
Yeah.
him.
How come Americans don't tell me, say hi to Uhuru when you go back? They don't. How come they don't?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Wow, that's incredible. Have you been to that part? Have you been to his grandmother's place?
No,
We
we
have
have
Grandma
not.
Sarah Obama.
Not yet.
You go.
You should. You should go
We should.
sometime.
I would love
We
to.
should.
Yeah.
We're so
Definitely.
close. Might as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. So 2 years, hopefully, the first phase.
Yes.
What are the other phases? Because there's more than one phase, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Go on.
Second phase would be adding in more arts areas, music, a band and orchestra.
Cinematic arts,
Creative writing.
art, film.
And then third phase is adding a primary school to feed into the secondary school.
So this is now just a secondary school.
Right.
Yes.
Aha.
Right. And we find that it's an effective method to do it that way. So that way, the arts aren't lost in between primary and secondary.
Yeah.
So that way, those kids have the stability and the attention span to really absorb in the arts, and then hopefully come back and be educators at that school.
Yeah. Craig, so a couple of the kids have been able to get a scholarship, a very famous scholarship in Kenya called the Equity Wings to Fly, for smart, brilliant kids who come from disadvantaged backgrounds. Have you seen a change in the kids? Have you seen that these kids have really woken up and are shining and are flying?
Yes. See, thing is, they get inspired by us and by the scholarship, and it really motivates them, to have, because they come from nothing almost, and so to have no father, no mother, to have that, it's just an opportunity they can't.
Yeah. How old is the oldest?
18
18.
years old, and the youngest is about 3.5.
Yep.
Yeah. So the 18-year-old is now doing his final exams. Is that it, or?
Yes.
Sort of.
He's kind of almost done, but he's still working with Theater on a Mission, hands-on, and he's amazing. His name's John. He's a great soccer player, and we love him. And he's really found a voice.
Oh, yeah.
I said this year, I was like, I've never heard him speak so much since we've came. And
Really?
He's grown.
Yeah.
Something really cool about John is when we do the plays, we perform in different schools. And so one of the places we perform is at their school. And so he came back to us and was like, I'm a rock star at my school now. I'm like, that's so awesome, John. That's
It makes
so
us
awesome.
proud to see that they're proud of themselves.
Yeah. You think they're watching tonight? Are they? Oh, they have no TV.
They don't have
They don't have a
TV.
TV, unfortunately.
We hope so. We hope so.
Yeah.
We'll
Maybe
make sure they
We'll try
see
and
it
show them a
somehow.
video of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully our members are taking a video of
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
TV.
they definitely are.
Okay. All right. Okay. Sweet. Now you said a really good soccer player.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Captain
Very
was
good.
One of the
captain of the
best.
soccer team.
Is he really, really good, or is he
He's
just
ve-
okay?
And we
He's
can't.
great.
If he's on the team and we're playing soccer back at the orphanage, we're losing all the
Oh.
way. Where
We always actually do a USA versus Kenya big soccer match with
yeah,
them.
and we've
never
never won.
score.
We've
Never
never
won.
I taught him everything he knows, though. Let's just get that clear.
That's something really cool about this school too is we're not only going to have arts, we're going to have an organized sports program as well, because not every student is necessarily geared towards arts, so we want to have the sports outlet as well.
Yeah. All right, guys. I want to take another break. Come back and talk about how do the locals treat you all?
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Most
Wonderful.
giving, caring, compassionate people are here right in Kenya.
Yeah.
You said that too quickly, Chelsea. Well done.
It's very true.
It's truth. It's very true.
Yeah. You have a great support team.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And when you guys go back, who runs the place? Are there people to run the place as a team?
Oh yes, Tim and Kathy, who started the orphanage, live in Bondo currently, and they are amazing. They literally are saving these children's lives.
There's an American couple who
Who are the owners of the actual orphanage, and they show us constant support throughout the year. Are always in communication with us. When are you coming back? Let us know what you need. Well, also,
and they packed up, left America, and now live in Bondo.
absolutely,
They
and they
literally sold everything they owned,
right.
everything they owned, to come to Kenya and run this orphanage for these kids.
Wow.
They have the biggest hearts out of anyone I know. It's truly, truly, truly.
They were our foundation. Foundation Stone
Foundation
Children's Center. They were our foundation. So
Wow.
yeah,
All right.
we couldn't do it without them.
Yeah. You're about to cry again. You know that.
Yeah.
Gonna take another break. Keep tweeting at theater_mission at Koinange Jeff. The hashtag giving back. Listen up, people. Listen up carefully. These folks, 21-year-olds, can come all the way from Jacksonville, Florida, and give back to us. What is our Jeff Koinange live at the Villa Rosa against Pinsky on this Inspiration Thursday. Amazing young Americans, average age 21, been coming to Kenya for the last 6 years in Bondo, Siaya County specifically, and their dream is to build a school. Chelsea Kane, Danielle Glenn, Jackie Jones, and Craig Kane, part of a team of 20 Americans who come every other year, and they're going to make this their mission to build a school, to build an arts and performance center in Bondo. Tweets coming in very thick and very fast. The Twitter handles are at @theater_mission. Mine is at Koinange Jeff, the hashtag giving back. So, Wildlife Warrior, that's the guy's name. He says, while Kenyan students are busy torching their schools, the American students are busy building schools in Kenya. Paul Peru says, young brains with bigger hearts, dreams, and visions. Totally inspired. God bless you. Cynthia Nyongeza says, no dream is so huge that it can't be achieved as long as the heart is willing. Beautiful. John Cargo says, the best investment is giving back to the community and in a child. You will leave a legacy many years after you are gone. And then here's a question from K Money. He says, are they married?
No, we're not.
No, we're
We're
not.
actually all single.
We got a while for
I'm
that
not married,
one.
K Money. I'm still single. I promise.
Okay, there's your answer. Everybody wanted to know that question. I guess Kay was just voicing
Brave
the
enough to
thoughts
ask
of many
it.
people out there. The land. I mean, obviously, this is a big project. Where are you going to get the land from? I mean, have you thought about all these things?
Yes, you have. Well, actually, we're going to buy land right across the street from the orphanage, so the kids didn't have to walk so far. But when we were trying to figure out who to buy it from, the person who was trying to sell it to us didn't actually own the title. So we had a little bit of a setback with the land, but that's okay. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise because that area is struggling with water. So we definitely want to have land that has access to water. So
Right. And if
we're
it's a
still
little-
working on it.
And if it's a little further away than we had anticipated, that's okay as well, because we are providing dorms as well in this secondary school for the children, so they won't have to walk back and forth from wherever they live or you know, miles and miles away.
Yeah.
Home.
And just out of curiosity, if someone out there has a piece of land, what are we looking at? Jackie, how much land are we looking at?
So far, to start out, about 50 acres, if not more, because we want room to expand.
Right.
I can.
Okay, go on. Go.
This is the layout
Shut up.
so far.
Whole plan here.
This is the whole school and the soccer fields and volleyball court and future middle school.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yes.
that's all.
This is pretty ambitious, Greg. I mean, this is no easy. There's no mean feat.
I mean, when we get struck with the tragedy of, what happened to Stephen, this is the outcome of that. We really want to help,
Yeah.
and this is the best way that we came up with, and so this is what we want.
This is your giving back.
Oh yeah.
And someone did these plans for free, didn't they?
Yes,
Yes.
they did. Biden
Biden
Hall
Hall.
Architects
Biden
back
Hall
home. We were shocked. We sat in that meeting with them and we were extremely speechless. Just didn't know what to say. Didn't know, just sitting there like, why us? Like, why would you want to do this? Like and they have just been, working restlessly in hours and hours on these plans and to prepare us for this. And
Yeah.
we cannot thank
Yeah.
them enough for all
So
of their work.
grateful.
Did any one of you ever think you would end up in Africa? Any one of you? In your wildest dreams?
No.
No. No.
The first trip, I was actually convinced I wasn't going. I told everybody. My mom was like, "Craig, you're going to Africa?" I'm like, "Nah, not going. Not going."
It was a hologram.
No, I don't think any of us pictured this, but it has been probably the best surprise we have ever had.
Would you recommend this to folks back home?
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
Right.
100%.
And when you recruit, I don't know how you do this, when you get the next round of people, what do you tell them? I mean, how do you convince people?
we really just we share our hearts with them, and if and if our hearts match, then that's amazing, and we want them to be on our team. So that's all we really can do is share our hearts with them and share our vision and our story. And
do people turn you down?
Oh yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Of course they do, but that's okay, because you know the people who lift us up outweigh the bad ones, so we're just fine with that.
And I think as our trips continue and as we get bigger and bigger, more people, we don't have to convince them anymore.
Right.
They ask to come. They say, I have this big idea for you. Can I help?
Yeah.
And can I come to see the kids? 'Cause
Yeah.
they're inspired by us.
Craig, you guys have a website if people want to get more information,
Yes.
get to know more about Theater on a Mission. What is it?
That is theateronamission.org.
And theater with an R-E, not E-R,
Exactly.
right?
Yep.
we also
RE.
have a Twitter and a Facebook and an Instagram.
Oh, hello.
Lots of social media.
Clearly. And if people want to help, is there a way when you get on the website, is there?
There's a big donate button
Okay.
right on the front page, and you can donate any amount.
As much as
And I've seen some of your stories on YouTube. I mean, you guys, the stuff that you do back home, it's pretty commendable.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We are so humbled to be here, to be sitting with you right now. For anyone to just listen to our story and to share our story, we are so grateful and so thankful for you
Oh,
guys.
look at you, I was saying earlier on, if we can, sometimes we don't know how lucky we are with the things that we have.
Absolutely.
And then you all come from 8,000 miles away, and you're doing what you're doing. And you're staying in the conditions you're staying in. I mean, what excuse do we have? Who are we? So tell me about the chicken.
Well, earlier you asked us how the community receives us, and
Yes.
we went to visit some widows and just some locals around the area. And I remember walking up to this one house, and this lady goes into this room, and I hear all this barking and cracking and everything, and so she comes out and she hands me a live chicken. A live chicken, and
Gives it to
boy,
you.
was that a cultural experience for me.
Did you grab it? Did you?
Oh, I grabbed it, and I'm just standing there like, okay. But that was just such an honored gift for her to give me, and I didn't realize that in the moment, but I quickly realized when...
It happened again.
Yeah.
We quickly realized when, we went to go visit, smaller villages and people, and here comes another chicken, and then we're riding an hour and a half on the bus with a live chicken. And, it was such a surprise to us, and we were like, why do we have a chicken? And then we realized, that what people have is all they have,
Yeah.
and when they
And
want
they
to give
give you
that
what
to
they
you,
have, yeah.
that means
That's
a
a
lot.
big deal.
Oh, yeah.
Big deal.
So how did it taste?
good.
We don't...
We didn't kill the chicken.
We like to
We
think
didn't
that
eat
it's still
chicken.
alive and has a great life.
No, it tasted good.
Well done. And the local delicacy of that area,
Yeah.
Omana.
Oh, man.
Omena.
Skumawiki.
Ugali.
Ugali. Again, all a part of the experience.
Oh, yeah.
You don't seem very excited about it.
We're excited the first day, and then you get to like the 5th day,
In a
and
row?
then the 7th day, and you've eaten a lot of Skumawiki, and you're like,
Yeah.
all right.
I could go for some pizza.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
but that's okay.
Yeah.
We're thankful for all of it.
It's worth it.
It's all worth
We
it.
love it.
Worth it.
If we have to sacrifice some pizza for some Skumawiki, so get over to these kids,
I'd
we'll
do
do
it
it
any
in a
day.
heartbeat.
Yeah.
But that's the question a lot of people probably asking right now. I mean, why you guys? What makes you guys this way? Because that's not what we think of most Americans,
Right.
and most Americans would not want to do what you people are doing. Why you all? Tell me, help me.
For me, I really think it is because of my mom. She's raised me she's raised me just to be compassionate, caring, and I see that through her. And then I'm motivated by these people sitting next to me. That's why. Is because of the people in my life and the people around me.
Yeah, Danielle.
I think it's the children. It's being able to sit hands on with the children and learn from them, because I know I wouldn't be sitting here with anybody. I wouldn't be in Africa for the 3rd time if I didn't have that person in my life that inspired me and said that I can do what I say I can do, and that somebody believes in me. And that if I didn't have that person, I wouldn't be here today. And so I want to give that to those kids, and they deserve that. They deserve much more than that.
Yeah. Jackie.
I definitely agree with both Chelsea and Danielle. Shelly Kane pulled me into this one day when I was just in my high school hallway, and I've been hooked ever since. Her and my mom just inspire me to be such adventurers and to go out and help as many people as I can. And the people sitting next to me just have my back always, and I know that.
Craig.
For me, Jeff, it's knowing that we make a difference.
Yeah.
That's what really keeps me going, and I think keeps a lot of these guys going. Is when you see the smiles on their face, and they run up and give you a big hug. You know, that's what does it for me.
Yeah. And you've been inspired even more, Craig. You want to take this to India.
Yes.
You want to take this mission there at some point.
Yes.
Right now.
We want to make, not just me, but Theater on a Mission wants to make this a global effort. We want to help not just Kenya, all of Africa, if we can. You know, we want to help India. We've been to Costa Rica already.
We have plans for Haiti.
Haiti.
You know.
Yeah.
Plans for Haiti. We really want to make a difference.
Yeah.
I want to branch out, expand.
Our motto is making a difference one act at a time. And so Kenya grabbed our hearts from the beginning. And so we're starting one school here. And so one act at a time, one kid at a time, one school at a time. And Kenya's the first. And what an honor that is for us. So.
America has gone through a really tough period in the last couple of years, maybe several years. Do you wish more Americans would see what you see, feel what you feel, experience what you experience, to appreciate what's over there? Do you feel that way?
Yeah, I mean, we always want to just constantly raise awareness about Theater on a Mission and what we're doing, and because we know that it helped us grow as individuals and our perspective and outlook on life and future plans. So, but we're hopeful, you know, that we can touch the lives of our community as well as the Kenyan community.
It's good stuff, man. I still can't get over it. The other 16 or 15 who are in Bondo right now, some of them, is it their first time in Kenya?
Oh yeah,
Everyone there.
Most of them,
everyone
Everyone-
watching.
It's their first trip.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What did they think? What were their thoughts of?
Actually, this team has done surprisingly well.
Yeah.
They
Oh, yeah.
have been
They've coped.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
They have been
They've conquered.
with us every step of the way. They are just the most creative people, and they have embodied the kids, what Theater on a Mission is all about. First trip or not, they are a part of this team, and they are in our hearts
Yeah.
just as much as us sitting here. We're all speaking together. We're
Yeah.
a team.
Yeah.
And this team is so, you know, it's just, we offer so many different things and we bring so many different things to the table. I mean, we have Churchil back home. She's up 7 o'clock in the morning with the kids doing yoga and taekwondo, and, you know, and they love it. They love it. They love that activity, and, you know, we have come with so many different things but have created something wonderful,
Yeah.
and that's great.
Okay, everything is wonderful, but there's got to be some things that are not so wonderful. Jackie, what's the worst thing about being out there, other than the long drop?
Other than the long drop? Really? I don't know. I think that might be one of the okay, the bugs.
The bugs.
The bugs.
What about malaria? Aren't you all afraid of getting malaria? I mean, no?
Malaria,
We're all on
scenario.
medication.
We'll be all right.
Yeah.
We got medication.
Yeah.
It's,
For me, it's the showers. 'cause
Oh.
we're
That's refreshing.
just
Cold.
spigot,
Yeah.
and it's cold,
yeah,
but
it's freezing cold.
Oh, most of
Yeah.
the time.
For me, it's the dust. All the red dust. It gets
Gets
everywhere.
everywhere.
And,
Yeah.
Every crevice.
we were able to get cleaned up for the show, but we still got a whole layer of African
Oh, yeah.
dust we have to get through. So
I'm actually paler than this.
yeah. So it's
Yeah.
you know, your feet are never clean, and
Yeah.
we're working through it. But
The red
that's-
dust of Africa.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't leave you.
seriously, you come home with it.
With it, yeah.
For like
Yeah.
3
It takes a
weeks.
while.
Oh, yeah.
It comes home in your stuff.
Craig, worst thing.
Worst thing?
Is the beer too warm? I'm
No.
I'm kidding.
I love Tusker. Just saying. Shout out to Tusker. Worst thing for me, I would have to agree with the shower too.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
it just drips on you, like this, and you're
Yeah.
just like,
There's no pressure, no water
So
pressure.
coming to Nairobi must have been great for you guys.
oh, it's a little
a
vacation.
warm shower?
for the
Yeah, we've never
shower,
done this
like-
before,
Yeah.
so this is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 15 in Bondo are listening to what you're saying
Yeah,
right now.
they're
Sorry,
they're
guys.
They're probably like, okay, yeah, whatever. But
We love you.
Oh. Also, no Wi-Fi.
Oh,
We're fine
you're
without
kidding me.
that.
Hey,
First world
We
problem.
deal.
first world problems.
Yeah, we're a little disconnected, but that's okay, and we like
mean,
that.
we-
I think it's refreshing.
We miss our
Because
family and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
don't get to be
Communication.
bothered
Definitely.
by the rush of social media and all of the stress that can bring sometimes. So we like that. We like to be able to disconnect for a while and really connect into the kids.
Right.
Focus.
Distractions there
None.
whatsoever.
But Bondo Town, there is Wi-Fi.
In
At
the town,
the
that's
hotel,
very
sort of.
spotty.
It's not strong.
Not strong Wi-Fi. It takes like a few minutes to load
Yeah.
Yeah.
one page.
You need to speak to that governor there. I mean, what is he doing?
Hopefully he's watching, and he's on our website.
Yeah.
Hopefully he's on Wi-Fi scrolling through.
Oh yeah.
If you weren't doing this, Chelsea, what would you be doing?
Just being a student, an average student.
Yeah.
That's what I'd be doing. Just being in school. But I get to do school, and I get to do this. So it's the best of both worlds.
Danielle, if you weren't doing this, if you'd never been convinced by your girlfriend here to come over,
I don't know if I'd be as happy as I am today. I definitely wouldn't be as happy. This is my place in this world, and this is where I belong. And I don't know. I can't ever imagine myself not doing this. This is
I'll never forget something Danielle told me once, which was, in this world, as a student from Jacksonville, Florida, you can feel so small. But Danielle told me that when she came over here,
Don't do it. Don't do
that
it.
she felt so big. And that's what really, yeah.
And we are just students sometimes, and we deal with our own struggles of finding out who we are as individuals and stuff. And it's hard to have confidence for such a large body of children. And when you come over and you get somebody who hands you and says, "I need you," that does it.
Yeah.
That does it.
are you guys going to make us all cry now? I mean, what do you want to do?
No, I mean,
No.
tears of joy.
Yeah, absolutely,
joy.
absolutely.
Jackie, what about you? If you weren't doing this?
I don't know what I'd be doing because even my major at school is centered around theater on a mission, and so I'd probably be just doing my gen eds in college and trying to figure it out. We'd see what happens.
Yeah. Craig?
I have no idea. like I'm trying to think. Like maybe I do this. Maybe I do.
Right.
Jeff, I have no idea.
Wow.
I think I'd be lost almost.
Really? So this has been a life changer. I mean,
Definitely.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Totally. Yeah.
It's definitely what we're called to do.
Definitely. And it's created such a family in all of us.
yeah. What do you tell Kenyans who, let's say they want to help, they want to, jump in, they love what you guys are doing, and they want to be a part of it? What do you tell them?
Come
Please
on.
reach out to
to
us.
our website?
Social media, our website, theateronamission.org, Theater on a Mission, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Right.
Please reach out to us. We'd love to speak with you, and we'd love your support and help.
Right.
Join our email list. You can do that on the website, and you can submit questions and ways to be part of the team if you'd like.
If you have any questions or anything, we're open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love to connect with the
Yeah.
Kenyan community.
Yeah, when you have Wi-Fi.
Yes, when we have
Yes.
Wi-Fi.
Bondo.
We're here in Kenya for another week, so we might not be able to get back to you until we get back to the States and get rid of some jet lag.
Great, guys. We've got a couple of minutes to go. Some closing thoughts. Craig, I'm going to start with you. This is your camera over here. Some closing thoughts for you.
Thoughts. First of all, I just want to thank Jeff for this amazing opportunity, and if you want to help us, please do. We can need all the support you can give us, and I want to thank my mom and the whole entire team for coming over here and doing this and seeing the vision that we see.
Great, well done. Jackie, same camera.
Along with Craig, I'd like to thank everyone who's ever supported us, anyone who's been on past trips, and definitely the country of Kenya for being so supportive and so welcoming. I mean, sometimes people on the streets are surprised to see us, but we always get a thumbs up. We always get a high five, and That's everything we needed. It's that confidence boost, and we hope to do that for the kids, and that's really what it's all about.
Danielle.
I'm speechless at, being surrounded by such a wonderful group of people. I can't thank Shelly enough for sticking behind us, my parents back home for believing in me and believing in our team, the children, the staff at the orphanage, Tim and Kathy, everybody, and God for blessing me with this opportunity just to be in this on this team. Thank you for giving me my place in this world.
Nice. Chelsea.
I would love to thank Danielle.
Aww.
She believed in me when no one else did. And Theater on a Mission would not be Theater on a Mission without her. And I would like to thank our team, any team members that have gone on a trip, anyone who has supported us back home, you, Jeff, for sharing our story, and my mom.
Good stuff. Love it. There's a guy who, you know what a border is, right?
Yes.
You have them.
Everywhere.
They're everywhere.
All right. Wilson is a good friend of mine. He's a border writer around town, and he watches the show. He loves Inspiration Thursday. So he says, Jeff, it's so encouraging to watch these young ladies who understand the real definition of love and caring for kids. Please tell them to keep up the good work. God bless them.
Thank you.
Wilson,
Thank you so much.
border guy, appreciates what you guys are doing. Tweets have been coming in so thick, so fast, guys. I can't even keep up. Roy, there's a guy called Roy Gitai. He says, development is an attitude. We Kenyans seem to have a negative attitude towards helping those less fortunate. Okay. I want to ask you to comment. Guys, it's been a pleasure. Wish you all
The pleasure is ours.
Thank
Wish you all
you.
the
Thank you
best
so
going back
much.
home. And you all are coming back next year, right?
Oh, yeah.
After you graduate.
That's right.
As soon as possible.
We'll be here.
And then you two.
Oh, yeah.
Eventually, yeah.
Let's keep it up. What you guys are doing, I mean, you may not realize it, but you're changing lives. One act at a time, right?
One act at a
That's the
time.
motto.
And one child at a time as well. Well done. Giving back. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. It's been a great Inspiration Thursday. Young, 21-year-old Americans coming all the way, 8,000 miles to make a difference. One act at a time. All the way in Bondo, Siaya County. What a way to give back. And they're doing it genuinely. And they love what they're doing. And they're encouraging anyone who wants to help. They're determined to build that school, performing arts. And then phase 2 and phase 3, they want to make Bondo their home. Imagine that. Think about it. What a show. I'm running out of words to say. Keep tweeting at theater_mission at Koinange Jeff. The hashtag giving back. That's exactly it. Next week is a new week, new show, new guests, new themes. But the one thing that's always consistent are those 3 letters on the keyboard. Do you know that? They follow each other? JKL.
Well,
That's it. Chef Koinange Live right here on Kenya's television network, KTN. So, folks, let's wrap up. I want to hear that song once more.
Okay.
okay.
3, 2, 1.
We need a ticket for Africa. We're raising money for the way. And we sure would like your sweet company to support our cause. What do you say? When we're gone, you won't miss us when we're gone. We're gonna take theater there. We're gonna show Kenya we care. Oh, you won't miss us when we're gone.
Right.